again. Hello, how are you? Once again, it's
us and
me, him, us, we. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty, but we're back and running smoothly.
Ready for business. Business. Alright, today our business is the 7 wonders of the ancient world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wonders of the ancient world.
The ancient world.
Yes. You always hear about the 7 wonders of the world, and most people don't know what they are.
No.
Most people don't.
Oh, unforgivable.
It's like learning a dirty word for the first time after you've been saying it all these years. Like poontang. I didn't know what that was. Yeah.
Unforgivable. Well, for those of you out there who don't know, today is your $1 million day. Because we're going to tell you exactly what they are.
All 7 of them.
All 7.
Tell you what they are, where they came from, if they're still around. And first one on the list.
First one we have, let me turn my mouse on so we can browse the web.
The interweb?
Browsy. Okay, here we go.
First one is the Great Pyramid at Giza. As you know, the pyramids are in Egypt.
Mm-hmm. And this is the largest one of all of them.
I know. Pyramids are literally giant triangles made out of stone. And they were built... this one...
They were built by the Israelites.
Yes.
You remember the story of Moses?
Moses.
Yes, his people were in slavery, and this is what they did that whole time. They built these pyramids, but this was the crowning glory.
Yeah.
Remains in the Giza necropolis bordering what is now El Giza in Egypt. It's the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the only one to remain largely intact.
It took relatively 14 to 20 years to build the entire pyramid. It was finished in what they believe is 200,560 BC.
Long time ago.
That's several thousand years ago.
Yes.
It's 480 feet tall.
Oh, and a fun fact for all of you people who are bored with history, you will appreciate this.
Yes, here you go.
Initially at 146.5 meters, that's almost 500 feet, the Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years, the longest period of time ever held for such a record.
Well done, Israelites.
You might have screwed things up when you left Egypt. You should have just stayed there. Look at this glorious thing.
Yes.
And you give it all up for milk and honey.
Jews.
Filthy things. Well, moving on.
Moving on to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Now, Babylon, not to be confused with the Tower of Babel.
Babylon.
Babylon.
It's what teachers do. They babble
Babylon and Beulah.
Yes.
Beulah.
No, it's more like this. Beulah. Beulah.
Beulah.
Beulah.
Babylon.
Well.
And Babylon was actually a city. Arguably one of the most powerful biblical cities.
Yes.
Took place during the time when the Bible was, said to have been written. But the Hanging Gardens are literally what it sounds like. A garden that was hung. I mean, you could walk underneath of it and see a flower growing in the trees and things, and they were watered.
Yes.
And not just, wait around till it rains watered like you would think for ancient times, but they had aqueducts or,
Does you mean aqueducts?
aqua, data, peta, pepe, popo, tu, flee. They,
What language are we speaking there?
all kinds.
All kinds. Well educated, this
Yes.
one. He's got glasses on.
Yeah. So they had basically prehistoric sprinkler systems, is what that was, which was a feat in and of itself, really.
Yes. Now, most people are confused as to where the gardens are located
Presently.
presently.
Yes.
Well, some people
I don't know.
confuse them with the gardens at Nineveh. You
Not
remember the
the
place
same.
where Jonah went?
Yes.
No, they're not there. Where the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are presently are in Al-Hila Babel, and that's in Iraq. Not a good place to be right now, so I don't believe I'm ever going to go
Don't go for a visit.
No, don't go take pictures either.
And if you do, don't tell them you're from America.
Yes, and it was funny. It was built by King Nebuchadnezzar II around 600 years before Christ was born. Supposedly he built it for his homesick wife, who longed for the trees and shrubs and plants of her homeland in Persia.
Oh, what a nice hubby.
What a sweet man!
Yeah.
Don't you wish? It's beautiful. It's a love story unlike any other. Move over, notebook.
Yeah!
Move over, walk to remember. This is a real loving man.
Yeah!
And how I wish that I could be a man like that.
I wish I had a green
Please,
thumb.
my woman. Well, anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
You're really happy at that last one, weren't you?
Statue of Zeus at Olympus.
Olympia.
Olympia, sorry, I misread. Zeus, as you know, is the chief god in Greek mythology. He's the one with the lightning bolts. Kind of like that, except with lightning bolts. And, he's the chief god. And, Olympia actually is a city.
It is.
Or was a city. No, it is. It still is. It still is a city.
Still
Olympia.
is.
It's located in Greece. And let's see. This is actually a giant. Or was a giant, ginormously huge, monumentally big statue.
How big?
It was huge. It was 43 feet tall.
That's tall.
That's very tall. 43 feet. What can we compare that to?
Basically, if you put 6 of me on top of each other. No, if you put 7 of me on top of one another, you would have this statue.
This statue. It was built in 432 BC. So if you can imagine, actually everything on this list was made by hand. So it took
Unbelievable. Craftsmanship.
magnificent craftsmanship.
It's like God just peed all over their hands and
Said,
they
go
were
to work,
amazing.
build something. And they did. And it's glorious.
It's unbelievable.
Fantastic, really.
How anyone could do such a thing. Well, I don't know.
Yes. Moving on, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus.
There's no face on the front. No label.
Alright, well, Artemis is another Greek god, or goddess,
Yes.
in this case. She was, Diana.
Diana.
Diana was her Roman name.
Yes.
Artemis was a Greek name. I don't remember right off the top of my head what she was the god of.
But anyway,
Anyway, she
this
had a,
came to be in about 550 BC.
she had a
before Christ was
temple,
born.
and it's located in the town of Sirkuk. Probably butchered that name, but it's in present-day Turkey.
And
Is-
where?
Turkey.
No, before that.
Turkey.
No, before
Located
that.
in Turkey, and
Oh, wait, what was
this,
that other word?
this temple, it's the only still relatively in good condition Grecian temple that we
Yeah.
have left.
Yes.
As we all may or may not know, the Parthenon, the original one, is in pieces. Well, that makes sense because Rome came in and tried to destroyed everything.
Because of the Christians.
Right, bloody Christians.
But anyway, only foundations and sculptural fragments remain. The whole building is just in shambles, and the entire temple's made in marble except the roof, which is made out of wood and gold. So it's nice and sturdy, but it's nice and shiny at the same time. And for all of those of you out there making sexual naughties inside your mind, I say shame on you. This is a family show. Moving on to the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, or the Tomb of Mausolos.
Tomb of Mausolos.
It's in Turkey, and Mausolos was a satrap for the Persian Empire. What is a satrap? Anyone who sends us the answer to that will get a cookie. Because we don't bloody know. But
Yeah.
anyway,
May not be a real cookie.
it stands about No.
Probably won't get anything, actually.
No, I remember. It stands about 150 feet in height, and all the sides of it, it kind of looks like the Tower of Babel, only not as tall.
Not nearly as tall, and all the people walking around at the bottom aren't nearly as confused.
That's correct.
Yes.
And each of the four sides is adorned with sculptural reliefs, meaning they sculpted these naked bodies and just plastered them all around on all four sides. Attention seekers.
But that woke you up, didn't it?
It would wake me up.
Wake part of me up.
I would pay attention on that field trip. Tell you what.
It was said to have been built between 353 and 350 BC. So somewhere in there. In that 3-year time span.
And do you know what mausoleum stands for?
I don't know what it I know what it means. I don't know what
Oh, what does it mean, Mr. Smarty Britches?
it's a giant tomb.
Well, alright then.
Mausoleum is a rich person's tomb. Fun fact of the day.
I commend you for knowing something.
That
Just
one.
because you have glasses doesn't mean you know bloody everything. Oh, bloody day.
He spilled his popcorn.
All over myself. I'm gonna clean this up. You go on to the next one.
Alright, you clean your popcorn. Alright, the next one is Colossus of Rhodes. Stop being so grotesque.
I can't bloody reach it.
Stop being so grotesque. Colossus
5-second roll,
Was-
mate. It's still good.
He just ate popcorn off the floor.
Oh, that one had a hair in it.
That's gross. Wow. 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 Wow.
Alright, just move on.
The Colossus was a statue of an incredibly physically fit man,
I'm sure I'm not wearing any.
to be honest. It was said to have been built between 292 and 280 BC.
The Greek god Helios. What is Helios? Is that helium?
Helios, where
Or
we
is
get the
he-
word
is he-
helium.
The medicine man?
Helios and Mercury, the winged messenger. Is that his name? Helios?
No.
No.
No,
I know
his
that-
name was Mercury. This is Helios.
No, I mean the Roman name was Mercury. Is his Greek name Helios?
I believe so.
If you know the answer, send it to us and we'll give you
Our hearty congratulations.
our congratulations and undying gratitude and a pat on the back.
We are struggling students, so we
Yes.
can't afford to give away
Yeah, we
anything.
can't give you cookies.
We can give you. Well, no, we can't give you
No,
that
we
either.
can't.
It was
not in good conscience. No.
It was constructed to celebrate Rhodes' victory over the ruler of Cyprus. I've got the kernel inside my gum, mate. Will you carry on, please?
It stood over 30 meters or 107 feet tall, made out of bronze, I believe it was.
Yes. Standing 110 feet tall,
Roughly, yeah.
roughly. So, if you put 20 of me,
Well, no, how tall is the Statue of Liberty? Because she's made out of bronze. No, copper, sorry.
oh, she's not that tall.
So the Colossus was taller than the Statue of Liberty. The one in New York, not in Paris.
Oh.
Or in Germany.
Oh.
Yeah, the biggest one is in New York Harbor.
Okay.
Yeah. Ellis Island, I couldn't remember the name. There we go. So it was bigger than the Statue of Liberty and built without the modern day technology that they had.
It's unreal. I mean, if you look at all these things, every single one of them is built by hand. It's incredible.
Hammer and chisel all the way.
And some of this.
Elbow grease.
And some of
Blood,
divine
sweat and tears.
divine touch from
These
above.
Grecians had good old-fashioned American know-how and ingenuity.
Your nose is hairy. You need to pluck it. All right. And finally, mate, please come back. There we go.
Hurt my feelings.
And finally, raise your hand if your feelings are hurt, but we must continue. All right. And finally, we are at the very last wonder of the world. Put your hand down, mate. Can I have a drum roll, please? Thank you
I broke my drum.
for that anticlimactic, pathetic excuse for a drum roll.
broke my drum.
Well,
Hurt my feelings and broke my drum.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe you. The Lighthouse of Alexandria.
We'll talk about this later. Yes, it's known as the Pharos of Alexandria. It's a tower
Pharos?
built between 280 and 247 BC. So we're getting closer to the birth of Christ, but still quite a ways off.
Pharos, I believe, I'm not sure, send me a response if I'm wrong, I'll give you something that doesn't cost anything, don't take that the wrong way. Pharos, I believe, is a Greek word for light. So, it's a fitting. The light of Alexandria
Very much so.
is a lighthouse.
That's in Egypt.
Yes, Alexandria is in Egypt.
That's where they wear
Egypt.
where they wear those things.
And we had this,
Yeah.
gold snakes coming off their heads and everything.
Charms.
And the gold teeth are coming straight down.
Yes.
Gross.
Its purpose was to guide sailors into the harbour at night time. And,
Its height is said to be anywhere from 390 feet to 450 feet.
how do they not know?
I don't. Maybe,
I mean, couldn't
maybe it
you-
was knocked down by the time we got to it.
Well, couldn't you just take a stick and just run it up there? And see if somebody would grab it, if you know what I mean.
No. Couldn't do that.
Well, anyway. It was for many centuries among the tallest man-made structures on Earth.
It was built between, we covered that already, 280 and 247 BC. So it took roughly 13 years to build this.
Yes.
All by stone.
Yes.
Made out of stone and wood, and what happened was they had a giant bonfire at the very pinnacle of this building, and sailors would see the fire and they would know, oh, I gotta go that way instead of going this way into the sharp rocks or into another ship, was what just kind of happened with us right there.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
But unfortunately, there were two earthquakes in 1303 and 1323, which damaged the lighthouse, and it was no longer usable. But even the stubby remnant of it disappeared in 1480, and all we have now is just pictures of what was, and it's actually quite sad. I'm sorry we have to end on such a bitter note, but
yes.
but you know, as they say history repeats itself. Well,
So,
as I say, this is what was.
someday soon we'll have a lighthouse that's huge, and then an earthquake will knock it down.
Yes. Wait a minute, that's not what we want.
No, we'll have a lighthouse and there won't be an earthquake.
Sure.
Because we'll know how to work around that. We won't build it on a fault line,
That's right.
unlike Los Angeles. I don't understand that. What idiot decided to put a major U.S. city on a fault line?
What makes them major?
Los Angeles is not a major city.
No,
What?
not at all. Not at all.
It's a major city in the United States.
No, wrong, mate.
It is.
No,
That's
sorry.
That's like saying London is not the center of the universe.
Well, to us it is.
No, to everyone. That's how it goes.
Well,
Well, anyway,
thank you for joining us
Thank
this
you.
evening.
yes.
He's going to product placement.
Oh.
Mickey D's.
Mickey D's. You
And-
Americans have good taste in grease.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Well done.
salt
And
clogging our arteries.
yes. I will go quickly but happily, thanks to Mickey D's.
Yes, and I'm going to go pee.
Right now.